So we were back this morning. I got 2 trucks running, and we're still having a hard time getting them up in this drive. I ended up having to rake the rock off to try to, I think I had it a little thick or something. And then they got down to the fabric and the tires were spinning on the fabric, so I basically just pulled all that back up, and now I'm just kind of smearing some of this rock out and trying to mix it. We got almost 3 inches of rain apparently, so I wasn't sure. I knew it was 2 to 3, but that's what one of the drivers was telling me. It was almost 3, or right at 3, so yeah, we're dealing with this slick clay on the side of this hill, and they're actually been pulling in right now. That's easier for them than trying to back in. I thought about trying to go and get some more base rock, but it just seems like they're kicking it out. I think as the day goes on and they leave here loaded, I'm hoping that'll kind of firm this up a little bit, or at least kind of get them a track where they're driving in, maybe. I don't know. This is just, it's really wet right down here since it's at the base of this hill where all the water's kind of running to and wicking out. So it's like their tires already get covered in the junk, and then they're just kind of spinning when they hit the crest of this hill. So good times, but I'm actually going to take a little bit of this. How well it's going to work. I got some boards right here at the curb, trying to make that where it's a little easier transition. I think they ended up breaking or something, so I usually try to dump these guys a little bit of something. They don't have to goose it as hard to try to get up in here, because they hit that, and then when they back in, the tires start spinning when the front tires hit the curb. So but today's our only chance really to get anything hauled out, because it's supposed to start raining tomorrow all the way through Friday, and then next week is Con Expo, so I won't even be here then, and it's supposed to rain, and there's a chance of snow 1 or 2 days next week, so time all around. I'll move this for tomorrow if something does rain, but we're kind of to the point now. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to get these trucks in here a little easier. Marty's gonna try to back in here one more time. At least my shop's close and it's nice and solid, so they can get in there. It's easy to dump and get back over here, so we just lose all of our time trying to back in. Still got a long ways Here's about 45 loads later today, so we put a huge dent in this thing. We'd say we're, I don't know, well over 2/3. The blade of the machine's basically sitting where the wall is supposed to stop over there, but I've still got to come in this corner and then that back a little bit right there and then get down there and touch this up. So it's probably kind of hard to grasp or figure out on camera, but I think that's, I don't know, 16, 18 feet tall is what it's going to be right there. So yeah, we've cut into the hill quite a bit, so I'm gonna kind of get that raked up. I may go down the bottom here and kind of slick this up a little bit and maybe get the laser out, double check it, touch the drive up, and then we'll be back in the morning.
We hauled out 114 loads, I believe, so. And then we had a real good chance of rain this afternoon. I was gonna go get the loader, but then I was worried it was gonna rain, so I just stayed over here, kind of used this and raked everything out and then built the ramp, because I'm not 100% sure how they're going to get materials in here for the wall and such. And then I'm talking to them, I may end up digging the pool out for them whenever they start on that. But yeah, now I'm just kind of working on trying to get it leveled up. It's still a little bit high on this end and kind of low over there, so I
was just raking some of this stuff around. It's not super crucial as like the crawl space and such, but I want to get it pretty level and kind of to the graded needs where the retaining wall is going. I think I'm plenty deep on the for the pool. I have to put the tooth bucket back on. I'm trying to over dig all this so they got at least 2 or 3 feet of clean rock they can put behind there, but yeah. So far we've dodged the big rain so far. So like I said earlier, I was gonna go get the loader where I can kind of dress some of this up a little easier, and then it looked like it was getting ready to cut loose. Then I was trying to stay here and get as much of the loads out as I needed to, and then try to get this kind of slicked up just in case we do get this rain they're talking about. That's the bad part with this clay is once it gets wet, it's a little sticky. So for now, I'm just kind of using the grading bucket and gonna rake it over there, then just kind of track it in. Just because it's a little low in this corner, I don't want it to hold water. I mean, it wouldn't really matter. It's just not gonna dry out as quick. You have to switch buckets. And if it's not raining tomorrow, I'm supposed to meet the wall guy, and I guess we're also going to discuss the pool, what size, where it's going, and all that, because I may end up being the one to dig the pool out or whatever. So he gave me the opportunity to do the wall, but even if I had one person helping me, it'd still probably take me a month to build this wall. So that's the bad part about it. Like the pictures and on camera, it really doesn't do it justice how big this hole is. Like the cab of this machine sits like right at 10 feet tall, and the boom, I want to say, it's probably almost another 5 when it's sitting like that. So I mean, we're about level with the top of that hill that I got cut out. So it'd be a tall retaining wall. It'd be a fun wall to build, but I don't think my back would enjoy it too much. Well, I got the bottom of this thing all slicked up and leveled out, so as best as I can in the rain. And then they have me dig out on the back sides of these walls. I think this one they're just going to go ahead and take out instead of trying to. They're going to hook onto that side and come around, and instead of trying to make it match up, I think they're going to redo this one, or they may even change the angle some for better access down in here. But so I took that clean rock because it was pretty muddy down there and tried to give them a little bit better working space while I'm gone next week to Con Expo, so they can, I guess they're going to start on the wall, or at least get started hooking onto it over there and get the footings down and all that stuff. And then yeah, I guess when I get back week after next, we'll check in to see if I need to come back and dig the pool, or if he's got somebody lined up for that. So we hauled 116 loads out of here, and I've probably got another, I don't know, 5 to 7 piled up right there. I don't know if they're going to need any for backfill. I'm not 100% sure how they're going to make these walls work, or I just left it here for now. We can always haul it out later on. But yeah, should give them plenty more room. I think it's about 64 feet, I believe, from the 65 feet from the back of that lower wall to where it was at. We were originally going to do 30, and then we went another 30 some odd feet. So yeah, we should have a lot more space now. So we're gonna go get the 2150. I didn't shovel the tracks off, and I tried to do as least as I could out there in the streets. I'm gonna go to the shop, unload it, and clean the tracks all off, get it greased, and then I'll come back and take a shovel and clean up the street. So yeah, this is the stopping point for this job as of right now, and we may just pick it up in 2 weeks. Well, here is where all the clay ended up, or at least all the better structural clay from the Hillside dig out. We got it all strung out everywhere over at the shop, but I'm going to try to consolidate it, maybe one big pile right here. There's some of it dumped over there on the other side of that drive. I may just leave that, but we got like 1.5 inches of rain last night, so as you can tell, it's a little muddy. It's probably gonna make a mess on the dozer and such, but everything else I went and looked at is too muddy to do anything, so I figured today may be a good day to just start stacking this clay up. So like I said, it's gonna be a little messy on the dozer. I haven't ran the dozer in, I don't know, a month maybe, so it'd be fun to get it out. But yeah, I guess Dad's already kind of started trying to make room for these guys, so I figure that's probably a pretty good spot right in there to pile this stuff up. When we start needing it, we can just bail it out from here, and I probably need to get it out of the way of the sign there, which I mean they can still see it, but at some point we're gonna have to start trying to mow, because we own, I guess they're all the way over there to the edge of the highway. So but yeah, we'll just have a nice little muddy dozer day.